Come on, let's end this. Rupert stopped looking, but his mouth wasn't moving.
We're almost there!
Huh, let's look at this way.
The pumpkin carriage has enough energy for only one trip. Have you got everything you need?
This one is one thing I really do not like, at least in this part. Because if you don't have everything you need, you're basically effed up. So, my advice, first you head no, you go back to the beginning, roughly here, and do that. You might have forgotten something. If you leave the pumpkin, then you get everything you got.
The pumpkin carriage has enough energy for only one trip. Have you got everything you need?
Let's hope for the best. I don't want to mess everything up.
Come on, detective, let's go!
Well, we're back. We gotta find a way to help Catherine. The beast is gone. Where did he go? Fire scepter. Yep. What manner of creature left this footprint? This is much larger than the beast's footprint. The axe is rusty, indicating someone left it here a long time ago. Yep, so the next game, after Cursery, is, in fact, Jack and the Beanstalk. Now let's see what about this Forbidden Grove thing.
Deep inside the mirror world lies a grove of trees filled with great spiritual power. This magical grove can only be accessed by means of specially enchanted mirrors.
And that explains beside the lake.
Long ago, a band of thieves found one of these mirrors and entered into the mirror world to plunder its treasures. However, they were caught and executed in the magical grove.
Oh, they should have done that.
In death, their souls lingered, corrupting the trees with their hatred and greed. The trees became twisted and deformed, and the grove came to be known as the Forbidden Grove. It is said that if a pure-hearted person created a puppet with wood from these trees, the puppet would be given a soul and come to life. However, if the puppet maker had a tainted heart, the puppet would be soulless.
Found a contradiction and somehow some of the puppet coming to life. Oh well.
Those who spend too much time in the Forbidden Grove will gradually become corrupted by the thieves' souls and the evil trees. Only the magic glass wand is able to purify the grove.
Then that's what we got. Let's see. We got the first, second, not the fourth, third, and we got the fourth. So we're missing one more still.
You'll never stop me!
Nothing's
Dispose of this nuisance.
problem, they don't move. They're there, but they don't move. Puppets everywhere.
To stop my father, we should destroy the evil tree first.
Yeah, I can see the bodies of the thieves. Ah, the last parable.
There was once a woodcarver named Geppetto, who traveled the world in search of wood suitable to carve his puppet masterpiece. One day his wife Amelia brought him wood from the Forbidden Grove, with which he carved a puppet named Pinocchio. To his surprise, the puppet came to life.
Just like in the Disney version.
Pinocchio was shunned by villagers for being a sentient puppet, so he started telling lies to get people's attention. Seeing his son's loneliness, Geppetto spent several months in the Forbidden Grove carving a giant wooden beast to act as his son's companion and protector.
That explains that.
The time Geppetto spent in the grove corrupted him, and he grew obsessed with carving puppets, even neglecting his family for the sake of creating more puppets. The villagers grew afraid of Geppetto and his creepy puppets, so they had him put to death.
Yeah, then look what we got.
Devastated, Pinocchio blamed himself for his dad's death. He decided to redeem himself by searching for Cinderella, so that he might help his mother revive his dad.
Oh my goodness. Man, feel this. Ah, there's Catherine. She's stuck in the tree. Boy. Well, we go back here, back to the beanstalk, and we get on the blue thing. We got this. And before we kill the tree, we got one more item to find. The Oriental Cinderella. Now we can read them. Let's start with the first one.
Once upon a time, there was a Cinderella named Ella. After her father died, she was sent to work in the kitchen by her stepmother. One day, news came that the prince had decided to hold a ball. All the girls in the kingdom were invited, but Ella was forbidden to go. Forlornly, Ella made a wish that she could join her stepsisters at the ball. Hearing her desperate plea, Godmother appeared. She transformed a pumpkin and mice into a beautiful horse-drawn carriage. Then Ella's rags were transformed into a stunning ball gown and glittering glass slipper. Arriving at the ball, Ella immediately captured the prince's attention. He fell in love with her gentle nature, and they got married and lived happily ever after.
At least they left the part out when the stepsisters cut off their feet.
There was once a queen whose beauty was unparalleled. Before she died, she made her king promise never to marry anyone uglier than herself. Years passed, and the king found that the only person beautiful enough to be his bride was his daughter, Agnes. Horrified by her father's plan to marry her, Agnes fled. Along the way, she met Godmother, who used her magic to send Agnes to a faraway land where she would be safe from her father's pursuit. Upon arriving, Agnes saved a frog from being devoured by a giant snake. Impressed by her bravery, the frog made his identity known. He was the cursed frog prince of the Black Forest. Agnes married the prince, and they lived happily ever after until her death.
Well, that's one of the Frog Prince's wives. So we did Ivy, Snow White, and Cinderella. We still got Swan Princess and Little Mermaid, which I'm still saying that the one from the bonus game is not her.
Once upon a time, there was a princess in the east named Shan. She had a kind and generous spirit, and all her people loved her. Shan had a stepsister named Chi, who was deeply jealous of Shan's popularity. Chi was always playing cruel tricks on Shan, but Shan never bore any ill will toward Chi.
See, that part I might be a Cinderella. Depending on how it'll get ill will.
One day, Chi discovered that her beloved prince had fallen in love with Shan. In her fury, she used her magic to change Shan into a nine-tailed fox. When the prince came to visit Shan, he found out about Shan's predicament. With Godmother's help, he managed to restore Shan to her human form. He married Shan, and they lived happily ever after.
Spoiler, that's the bonus game.
Once there was a girl named Bianca, whose beauty and kind nature attracted many suitors. Her stepmother feared that her own daughters would not be able to find any husbands, so she had a witch imprison Bianca in a cursed tower.
FYI, this is not Rapunzel.
One day, a prince happened to pass by the tower and saw that Bianca was trapped. He broke into the tower, freeing Bianca, but fell prey to a curse which transformed him into a hideous ogre. Feeling responsible for the prince's plight, Bianca journeyed to find a cure for the prince. After many trials and tribulations, she found Godmother, who helped her brew a curse-breaking potion. Bianca used the potion to restore the prince to his human form, and he married Bianca. They lived happily ever after.
Well, before she turned evil, she did 4 Cinderellas. Though in truth, I was hoping for a 5th one, but let's see. Let's burn the grove.
Hurry up, detective! Thank you, detective. Thank you, little boy, for rescuing me. I was made from the wood in this grove, so my life force is weakening too. Just leave me here, detective. Go defeat the puppet master and restore my dad back to his old self.
Pinocchio, why does always the good character die when there's something like this? Sorry, Pinocchio.
Haste! Get rid of this detective!
Yeah, no. What is okay to do? You have to think that it is go by the
What have I done? I almost destroyed this world and the next.
It's okay, Geppetto, my love. Everything's turned out fine in the end. Now we can be together forever.
Pinocchio, where's our son? We must save our son, Amelia.
Oh, I have a real body! Thank you, Mom, Dad. I love you both! It's okay, Detective. I'll look after Pinocchio.
$15 later. Cinderella, Enchantia. Well, that's it for the main game. And I have to say, I can't really give a rating into the bonus. As you may see, we're gonna get to the first gonna be Cursery, then the next DP. Oh, after the DP game, hiatus again, or at least we'll continue with this. Journey continues. Well, like I said before, please stay tuned for the bonus game. And like I said, warning, a lot of freaking spoilers in this one. See you later.